it's on here too.
Ready? 6:59.
Don't get yelled at, Brock. I'll wait till 7 o'clock.
I'll tell you, I'll give you the thumbs up.
What do we now say here? Worry about what time we're launching the rocket.
10, 9, 8.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, I can confirm.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the regular session meeting for July 19th, 2022. It is 7 o'clock, and I call this meeting to order. May I have roll call, please?
Sure. Commissioner Hewitt?
Here.
Vice Mayor Suey?
Here.
Commissioner Romanek?
Here.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Here.
Mayor Orndorff?
Here. And have Reverend Murphy to deliver the invocation, followed by the salute of the flag, please.
Just want to tell you that I'm very honored to be associated with Millville's EMS Fire Department and Police Department. Grateful for their service. Father God, thank you for this moment that you've enabled us to come together for our city that and our leadership that cares about the direction that we are taking. For tonight's meeting and the actions that will take place, guide us in all ways. Bless our mayor and commissioners. Lead us forward as a city by your grace and make tonight's meeting be a part of that journey. We ask it in your name and for your sake. Amen.
Pledge
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is being conducted in accordance to the Open Public Meetings Act of 1975, was advertised, posted, and made available to the public as required by statute. The municipal clerk is directed to include a statement in the minutes of this meeting. Clerk, has there been any changes to the agenda?
No, Mayor.
And would you like to just address the changes to the posting of the agenda, please?
Yes, that would be
Thank
great.
you.
So the city clerk's office has in the past posted the agenda on the Friday before the meeting, at which time both the governing body members and the public reviewed the agenda at the same time. It has been decided that the governing body must be provided sufficient time to review the agenda prior to the public, as this allows the governing body ample time to alert the clerk's office of any items that were inadvertently not included. The city bears responsibility in providing the public with a complete, accurate agenda, so prioritizing accuracy over urgency will help ensure this is the standard moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the bills?
Move to pay the bills.
Second.
A motion and a second to pay the bills. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Suey?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Make a motion to approve and dispense with the reading of the following minutes and to proceed with the regular order of business. June 8, 2022 work session, June 8, 2022 regular meeting, June 21st, 2022 work session, and June 21st, 2022 regular meeting.
Second motion.
I have a motion and a second to approve and dispense meeting minutes. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Suey?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Public comment on agenda items only. If anybody is going to comment on the agenda, please come to the podium, state your name, your comments, and leave your please have your comments limited to 5 minutes, please.
Good evening, Angeline Broomhall, Millville. Two issues I want to address. Resolution 1502, the letter of support for Faith Wellness LLC at the Wheaton Ave Building B. I do believe that it's the board's power to control zoning laws to keep these facilities away from our schools. And I think it's a misrepresentation to tell the public that you do not. I'm not opposed at all to the legalization, both cultivation, distribution, and retail sales of cannabis. But I do think it doesn't belong anywhere near our schools, cultivation or retail. And by you allowing this to go in your schools and not codifying that it shouldn't, whether it's your commission or the next commission, in the future, this needs to be codified that they're not going near schools. But instead, we're playing this role of El Chapo. You know, we're gonna put it where we want, and we're gonna distribute, we're gonna grow, and we're gonna send it, you know, out in the state where it can come back to us and be sold to us, letting Vineland and Bridgeton and whoever else wants to deliver it back to us, and they can get the tax money. But to sit there and tell me that you're gonna write a letter of support, yet you're opposed to marijuana, and you're opposed to having it legalized here and delivered here, I want you to think about what happens when your kids go get jobs there, because that's what you're saying. I don't personally have a problem with my child working there. I think it's a great industry, and I'm not going to judge you opposed to it, but I do judge the hypocrisy when you say, I support this, but not this. And I really do appreciate that you had a conversation tonight at the work session, clarifying some issues that go on with it, but I do have a problem with the June 8th meeting when we're giving misinformation. The mayor said at the 5646 mark that it would be manufactured here and shipped out to some other state. It is a federal violation for these distributors, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Solicitor. It is a federal violation. It's a federal offense. These growing facilities that you're approving will be sold locally and will be sold back here. So make up your mind of what it is you want to do, but please keep it away from our schools, and please be the most educated you can before you make any decisions. Pro, against, but just educate yourself to know exactly what's going on and what it is you're signing up 28,000 people to be a part of. That's important. My other address is the meeting. By law, the Sunshine Law requires 48 hours notice. Quote, adequate notice means with an advance notice of at least 48 hours given at the time, date, location, and to the extent known, the agenda of any regular, special, or rescheduled meeting, which notice shall accurately state whether formal action may or not be taken. And it goes on and so forth. So that means, in my opinion, that anything that happens at this meeting can be challenged and illegal. And anybody who intentionally violates the Sunshine Law is subject to criminal prosecution by the state. All 5 of you have been on notice, and me as a resident need to make you aware, if I know this, that I believe you're in violation right now of the Sunshine Law because it says 48 hours. Now, if it was an emergency, that's different. This has been a habit, not just with this commission, but prior, of throwing things on at the last minute, which Commissioner Sui talked a lot about prior to being elected. But yet, this commission approved a 15-year tax abatement with 40 minutes notice. I believe that would have been illegal as well. Eventually, it's going to catch up to this commission, and you will be facing criminal charges. And that needs to be known and aware. This isn't a game. You need to be aware of what you're doing because you represent 28,000 men, women, and children. And to do what you want when you want is inappropriate and unacceptable.
If I may respond to that, since she's accused everyone of committing a criminal violation, she needs to look at the New Jersey Supreme Court decision of Witt versus Gloucester County Board of Chosen Freeholders, which provided as follows: if the public body has complied with the annual notice requirements of NJSA 10:4-18, that's the Sunshine Law, it is not required to comply with the requirement of NJSA 10:4-8, including the posting of an agenda within 48 hours. That case was also more recently discussed with approval by the appellate division in an unpublished decision, Cantner versus the Board of Adjustment of the Borough of Wellington, which is a 2013 appellate division case. And the clerks throughout the state are taught that this is what the rule is, and that's why they follow the procedure that they follow.
So to make it simple, we're not violating the law.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brock.
And you don't have to post the agenda at all. You could hand it out at the meeting. But I think it's probably good practice to post it in advance, and I think that the board has done that in the past and will continue to do so.
Thank you. Seeing nobody else, we will close the public comment on agenda items only. Are there any letters and petitions?
No, Mayor.
Okay. Reports of commissioners. Commissioner Romanek?
Yes. Good evening, all. Welcome to our regular session meeting. This past Wednesday, Play Streets have begun. It happens every Wednesday until August 17th. I attended the first one because it was co-sponsored by Parks Public Property. Starts at 10 a.m. and goes until 2 p.m. on Pine Street between 2nd and 3rd. Even though I've been harking on this for the past month and a half, I went aimlessly down High Street looking at all the side streets because I forgot where it was at. So make sure you write that down in your notes because I forgot. Next big one is the National Night Out. It'll happen on August 2nd from 6 to 9 p.m. The Parks Department partners with the Millville Police Department for this wonderful event. I am looking forward to it. It takes place on the fields behind Lakeside Middle School, and then the first 1,500 guests will receive a free meal, vendors, games, and music with fireworks at 9 p.m. On Monday, July 25th, the city, along with the Puerto Rican Festival Committee, will hold a flag-raising ceremony at Captain Buck Park at 12:30 p.m. Starting on the 9th, it already happened, and it passed on the 16th. The mayor attended yoga on the beach. It is now free. Union Lake Beach will be held at, 8 a.m.? There you go, 8 a.m. Union Lake Beach, bring a towel and your yoga mat. The basketball park at Waltman, the basketball courts at Waltman Park are actively getting refurbished. The base fill will be delivered tomorrow, and if the weather stays good, they will be getting asphalted next week. That is all, Mayor.
Thank you. Commissioner Hewitt?
I'll echo a little bit of what Commissioner Romanek just said. Like you said, tomorrow's Public Safety Day. I wonder who's going to be in the dunk tank tomorrow. I see people shaking their heads no. I think Commissioner McQuaid is still soaked from last week, all the dunks he took from the kids. He jumped in there. And also National Night Out, that's Public Safety Night. Parks and Rec is helping us. We've got a lot of things planned, and naturally, my favorite, the dunk tank. So come on out and enjoy. And that is all for tonight, Mayor.
Thank you.
To echo on Commissioner Ewert's dunk tank, I think I was in there for an hour and a half, and little kids couldn't hit the button right with the ball, so Commissioner Ewert would push me into the tank. But it was fun. That being said, I just want to let people know again, we're going to be putting brush out. If you have brush put it out the last 2 weeks of August, we're going to be picking them up in September. We're also going to be painting starting the 1st or 3rd of August. We're going to be painting the curbs from High Street down to Harrison and Broad Street and any other locations that we see that needs to be painted. So if you see an area that was painted at one time and needs to be painted, call us down the streets and roads and let us know.
Sorry.
That make you nervous? With that, thank you.
Thank you. We need to go back to Commissioner Hewitt.
Yes, Madam
please.
Mayor. I have the monthly stats from Public Safety. EMS calls last month, 668 calls. Fire Department calls, 112 calls. Fire Department inspections, 95. Police Department calls, 3,202 calls. As always, there are copies right here on the front table for anyone who'd like to pick one up. With that said, I'd like to make a motion to receive and file the Millville Fire and Police reports for the month of June 2022.
Second the motion.
A motion second to receive and file Fire and police reports. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Vice Mayor?
Make a motion to receive and file the tax collector's report for June 2022.
Second motion.
Okay, a motion is second to receive and file the tax collector's report for June 2020, or 2022, excuse me. Any comments? Roll call?
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Also, I'm happy that the planning board approved the redevelopment, amended redevelopment agreement with the DeSantis Group for the Wheaton property. And the rescue squad bids will be coming in on Friday, so demolition for that should commence sometime in August. Progress.
Thank you. I did attend yoga on Saturday at 8 o'clock on the lake, and it was absolutely wonderful. I want to thank Debbie Malone for volunteering to be the yoga instructor for those 4 weeks. And I encourage everybody to come out. As Commissioner Romanek said, it is free, so please come out, enjoy the yoga on the beach. Myself, Commissioner Romanek, we had some past commissioners and city officials at the groundbreaking, can't talk this evening,
Yes,
at
forgot about
the library last week. That was very nice. We're excited to see that in progress as well. There is a little gnat that's flying around. It's driving me crazy. And then finally, we just have the next planning board is going to be Monday, August 8th, and zoning board will be Thursday, August 14th. And that was all I have for now. We'll go on to the ordinances under the second reading.
Okay. Item 1 is an ordinance adding the following new title and compensation to the salary ordinance. Construction official, director of inspections, with a minimum of $40,000 and a maximum of $97,951.29.
Move the ordinance on second and final reading.
Second motion.
We have a motion and second on ordinance number 1. There is a public hearing, so if there's anybody who would like to make a comment or concerns about this, please come to the podium. Seeing nobody, we'll close the public hearing on that. Any comments of commissioners? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 2 is an ordinance adopting redevelopment plan amendment for the Wheaton Glass Factory.
I make the motion on item 2.
Second.
A motion and second on item 2. There's also a public hearing for this as well. If there's anybody who would like to make a comment on the redevelopment plan for Wheaton Glass, please come to the podium, state your name and concerns. Seeing nobody, we will close the public hearing. Comments of commissioners, please?
Yes, the next step in this process will be the submission of the site plan to the planning board from the DeSantis Group, and then the title transfer. And then after that, we should see the demolition. So I'm looking forward to this progress that we're making here.
Thank you for all the work you've put in and everybody that has been a part of this. I know it's been a work in progress, so thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 3 is an ordinance amending the Millville City Code, Chapter 52, Police Regulations, Article L2, Towing and Storage Services.
Make a motion.
Second motion.
There's a motion and second on ordinance number 3. There's also a public hearing on this as well. If anybody has a comment or concern, please come to the podium. Seeing nobody, we'll close the public comment. Comments of commissioners? Roll call,
Yeah.
please. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yes, this is just making sure we are in line as a city with New Jersey State Police regulations, and it's also adjusting the towing fees and such with everything else that we have to adjust fees for.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Ordinances in the first reading?
Okay, item 1 is an ordinance amending the Millville City Code, Chapter 30, Land Use and Development Regulations, Article 2, Planning Board, Section 16, alternate members to increase the number of alternate members from 2 to 4.
Move the ordinance on first reading.
Second motion.
I have a motion and second on the first ordinance number 1, excuse me. Any comments? So we're just looking to add additional alternates to the planning board. I think we have a lot going on. We want to make sure that there's enough people in attendance to the meetings, that things are getting voted on, so we're not postponing anything. So we're looking for, people to volunteer for this board as well. Roll call?
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 2 is an ordinance approving and authorizing an application to the Cumberland County Roadway Department for the Dividing Creek Fire and Rescue to hold a coin drop on September 3rd, 2022 at the intersections of Buckshootum Road and Cedarville Road.
I make the motion.
Second.
A motion and second on item number 2. Any comments? Roll call?
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 3 is an ordinance amending the salary ordinance as follows. Remove the following title and compensation, and that's emergency medical technician at $16 per hour with a maximum of $25 per hour. And also to amend the following maximum compensation. Emergency medical technician per diem with a minimum of $16 per hour and a maximum of $26 per hour.
Make motion?
Second motion.
I have a motion and second on item number 3. Any comments?
Yes. The removal of the title and pay scale for emergency medical technician is now due to the fact that shortly we're going to be signing a contract with our EMTs and their union. The amendment for the per diem technicians is also looking forward and building our EMT squad. There is a raise at the maximum end.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 4 is an ordinance amending the salary ordinance pursuant to the Municipal Code Section 2-69 titled Salaries of Officers and Employees for Full-Time Emergency Medical Technicians and Employees in the Classified Civil Service for the years 2022 through 2025.
Make motion?
Second motion.
I have a motion and second on item number 4. Any comments?
Yes. Again, this has to do with contract. We now have moved from a yearly salary that was on the ordinance before that we removed, and this is now the first step in getting to signing the EMT contract. That's all, Mayor.
Thank you. Roll call?
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
On to consent agenda items.
Alrighty, all matters listed under the consent agenda are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the Board of Commissioners and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a governing body member so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Item 1 is a resolution authorizing adjustments in the tax and utility records. Item 2 is a resolution authorizing special assessment of municipal liens for certain properties due to expenses incurred by the City of Millville relating to board and secure plus administrative fees in accordance with Chapter 11, Article 6 of the Municipal Code.
Make a motion?
Second motion.
We have a motion and a second on approving the consent agenda items. Any comments? Roll call?
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Sorry. And on to resolutions.
Alrighty, item 1 is a resolution authorizing filing an application with the U.S. Department of Justice Bureau of Justice Assistance for funding under the fiscal year 2022 Local Justice Assistance Grant Program and authorizing a shared services agreement between the City of Vineland, City of Millville, City of Bridgeton, and County of Cumberland for such fundings.
Make motion?
Second motion.
A motion and second on resolution number 1. Any comments?
Yes. Again, we discussed this earlier, and we have people in the gallery tonight. We tabled this resolution last meeting because we didn't understand why the City of Bridgeton was going to get more JAG money than the City of Millville, considering their size. We did some searching with the chief, And now we realize, and basically it's based on test scores, specifically to how the department is run and how it maintains itself. Bridgeton came up last. Bridgeton gets more money than we do. So we're performing better than them, so that's a good thing.
So we get rewarded with less money.
We're less money. They get,
For doing a better
they're
job.
not doing up stuff, so I guess now they're supposed to figure out how with more money.
Please continue doing the good job. All right, roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 2 is a resolution approving letter of support for One Faith Wellness LLC to apply for a state license to operate a licensed cannabis cultivation facility at the property known as Block 260, Lot 5, 1300 Wheaton Avenue, Building B, located within the designated cannabis business zoning district.
I make a motion to approve resolution item number 2.
Second.
I have a motion and a second on resolution number 2. Any comments? I just wanted to ask if anybody was here from One Faith Wellness this evening. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
I'm going to be voting no because I do not like the cannabis facility being near a school, and that's not just because of Angel. I've had a problem tossing it in my head for a while, so the answer is no.
Okay, Mayor Orndorff?
I'm also voting no, just because I would prefer that they would be here asking for a letter of support. And that's really it.
Motion carries. All right, item 3 is a resolution authorizing employment agreement between the City of Millville and Millville Firemen's Mutual Benevolent Association, Local 363 EMS, beginning January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2025.
Make motion?
Second the motion.
I have a motion, second on resolution number 3. Any comments?
Yes. I believe this is a fair contract for the employees, for the city. It'll allow REMS to keep the people we have, attract more. It's a pretty good contract for you guys from your point of view. I appreciate you going through the negotiation process. I appreciate Chief Lippincott and Chief Feltus aiding in that process. So I think it's a pretty good deal all in all.
Yes, I have some comments. I can remember the nights I stood here in the commission chambers to speak about the EMS. There were some nights that the discussions were heated, others that were calm. The city navigated through a few phases to get to where we are tonight. There's no need in talking about the past. To be clear, the prior commission formed the EMS department. For that, I say thank you. Tonight, we have members of the Millville Fire Department EMS squad here in the chambers. Thank you all for coming out tonight. And thank you for your service and dedication to the community. I want to thank the EMS squad union reps, Ray Klez, Jay Rodriguez, Michael Sherbico, and Travis McNichol. In addition, I would like to also thank Vice Mayor Joe Suey, Business Administrator Ray Campari, CFO Marcy Shepard, HR Manager Pam Shapiro, Chief Michael Lippincott, and Chief John Feltus. We had some bumps along the way with getting to this contract. We worked through them. With that said, I'm proud of where we are tonight. I'm proud to put my signature on this contract. It's been a long ride from the podium as a resident to where I sit now as a commissioner and director of public safety. With that, Mayor, let's vote.
Thank you all for your service to the city and our community. Roll call.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 4 is a resolution authorizing the purchase of service inspection for 2 blowers and a replacement impeller, including balance and installation from Howden Roots LLC, 4654 West Junction Street, Springfield, Missouri, 65802, for a cost of $50,523.
And with that, I make a motion to move with the certifications of funds of $50,523 from our financial advisor, Marcella Shepard.
Second the motion.
We have a motion and a second on item number 4. Any comments?
Yes, this is for the sewer plant, so we can continue to dump clean water into the road.
Thank you.
Good.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 5 is a resolution authorizing a professional service agreement to Rue Associates Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $10,500 beginning July 19, 2022 and terminating on July 18, 2023 to perform the following professional services. Number 1, preparation of the 6-month deviation report due July 30th, 2022 and the combined annual compliance certification, and second 6-month deviation report due January 30th, 2023 in an amount not to exceed $4,000. A minor modification to the permit to incorporate the compost turner in an amount not to exceed $6,500.
Move the resolution, and I have the certification of funds in the amount of $10,500 signed by Marcella Shepherd, CFO.
Second motion.
Motion and second on resolution number 5. Any comments?
Yeah, this is just so the consultant can do DEP mandated requirements to keep the compost facility on Cedarville Road open.
Perfect. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 6 is a resolution authorizing the City of Millville to apply for and obtain a grant from the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs American Rescue Plan Firefighter Grant for approximately $75,000.
Move the resolution.
Second the motion.
We have a motion and second on resolution number 6. Any comments?
Yes, we spoke about this in the work session also. This is us approving, giving our approval for the application for this grant. It can be up to $75,000. Chief talked about it during the work session. I want to thank the chief and Sam Cruz, who will be navigating the course of applying for this. This is a grant that costs us no money. We don't have to make any matching funds or anything else, and it will greatly benefit the fire department.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
New business?
I just need a motion to authorize the city clerk to advertise to receive bids for the project known as Furnishing Chemical Supplies for the City of Millville, calendar year 2022 and 2023, by the Purchasing Board, 10 a.m. on Thursday, August 4th, 2022, at 12 South High Street.
Make a motion?
Second the motion.
My motion and a second on new business item number 1. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Commissioner McQuaid?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Okay, we have now reached the public comment portion of the meeting. If anyone would like to address the commission, please go to the podium, state your name, address, and your concerns. Please limit your comments to approximately 5 minutes.
Hi, Cindy Cook, Cedarwood Village, Valene. On my role as the representative for the city of Millville with the Homeless Trust Fund, I just want to report that the new Cumberland County Human Services and at-risk code has been, pamphlet has been updated. If anybody is interested in getting a copy of this, if you send me your email address, I can email it to you and you can download the 19-page document. It also has a QR code involved in it that they're going to print up cards that we can actually hand to homeless people so they know where to go to for resources. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy.
Good evening, everyone. Joe Pepitone, Buckshootum Road, Millville. First of all, I want to say hello to Brock and Jeannie. I haven't seen you guys for a while. It's great to see you guys are doing well. Mayor, I want to congratulate you on the smoothness and the professionalness of the meeting. Nice job. I hear that you're out there representing the city, doing a fine job, and I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
Commissioner Romanek, you're doing a great job keeping Parks and Recreation running. Vice Mayor Sui, I have to say my hat is off to you for the progress of the DeSantis group situation that's going on. It's something that I was in support of, tried to move along, got beat up on a regular basis, but I'm glad to see that you had the tenacity and the insight to see that this is a good thing for the city.
Thank you.
And that we're moving ahead. Bob, my friend from school board, you're keeping everything running in Public Works. Glad to see that as well.
Yeah, but we also ran Freeholder together
Oh, that's right, okay.
back
But-
in 2007.
Good memory, my friend. I came tonight because a few days ago I got a call from a friend, Commissioner Hewitt, and he was excited to share with me that the EMS finally completed the contract, and knowing my part in it, he asked me to come, or invited me to come to see if I wanted to come. And I remember at the beginning when we started to talk about that, Kurt was an extremely important part in it, gave me a lot of insight in the sense of moving it ahead. When we had the opportunity to interview for Chief Feltus, I was so moved by the individual. He was working for Inspira at the time. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, he took a pay cut to come work with us, but as he talked about what he wanted to do with the city, he blew my mind in the sense of the heart, the dedication, the insight, the professionalism that he brought to the EMS program. So my hat's off to you. Chief Lippincott, again, you were a big part of it. Thank you for your part. I just want to come out to say thank you to all you EMS people. I'm so grateful that you're here. You're keeping our city healthy and running. So I want to thank you for that. And that's all I wanted to share, guys. Good seeing you. Great job. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah.
Pepitone.
And I would just like to follow suit and acknowledge that you've made a good move with what you've done. I'm not only associated and glad to be associated with our EMS and fire and police, but June 29th, my mother had a heart, was subject to heart failure, and by the time I got to her place, they were already there and in compassionate ministry to my mom. And she's in heaven now, but I'm telling you what, their presence was a help to me immensely. So I'm not only talking about this professionally, I'm talking about it personally, and I just take my hat off. We should celebrate the good things, and this is a good thing. So thank you all, and thank you for your work.
Thank you, Reverend Murphy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dennis Thompson, 1104 Robin Terrace. I'm in behalf of my daughter-in-law. She's on Charlotte Lane. The telephone company and the gas company is taking out a lot of the properties, and they're marking out the sidewalks and the streets. I'm just curious, so no notice has been given to any of the residents in that area? Are you familiar with what's going on? I just want to know what's happening on that.
Can you repeat the address that you're concerned about? I'm sorry.
824 Charlotte Lane.
Charlotte Lane?
Charlotte, S-H-A-R. And it's in about a 3-4 block area anyway. That's not just the only street. Nobody has been getting a notice or any notification of what's going on.
Can you give me a little bit more information of a road up here?
Oh,
Can you give me?
The speaker's behind you.
Speaker's back there. Where is Charlene located at? South Second?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that is Forest Walk, correct?
Forest Walk, yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you don't
I spoke to the
So-
workers there, and a lot of the guys that was marking the streets, they said they don't know.
We spoke about that last meeting.
So what's going
Commissioner
on is
Suiga.
engineering is, we're waiting for the developer to finish their work so that we can accept all the roads. So we're waiting them to do the curbing, the streets, we went through a whole presentation at the last work session, stuff that had to be done, the punch list. So we're waiting for that work to get done. I'm guessing that it's part of that work that has to get done. There's a water line that's gonna go in a complete circle that connects one end to the other to keep the pressure equal. It may have something to do with that, but it's definitely to do with underground work, and that's why everything's getting marked out. Whether, how much will be dug up or whatever, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. If you wanna leave your information, I will get with engineering
Vice Mayor,
tomorrow.
I'm gonna get the pamphlet for him.
Oh, you got the
Yeah.
handout from the
You
page
do have
five one?
documentation?
Yeah, former
Okay,
Councilman
so I'll have to
Thompson.
get back to you. Great. So now I won't have to get back to you. Now you don't have to wait.
Right, all right, I'll wait after.
So basically, that's what's going on out there.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So, former councilman for Bridgeton.
Oh, see that, he had one.
Thank you,
Okay.
Greg.
Oh,
Thanks,
wow.
Greg.
Wow, Greg. You're hired.
Thanks. There's another one coming up you can replace that with.
Seeing nobody else, we'll close the public comment portion for this meeting, and we'll go to closing comments of commissioners. Commissioner Romanek?
Yes, I just would like to announce that due to extreme heat forecasted for tomorrow, everybody please stay safe and hydrated. And because of that, Place Streets will be ending early tomorrow, July 20th. The fire hydrant will be opening at 12 o'clock noon. That is all, Mayor.
Thank you.
Yes, I will be out at Place Streets tomorrow too, and maybe Kurt will be dumping me again.
I
I
got you
think you should
covered.
get Commissioner Hewitt back in the dunkting.
No, I'm still soaked
But
from
with
last
that, I'd
year.
like to thank everyone for coming out. Former Commissioner Pepitone, Board Member Mike Wilden, and so many others are out there. Cindy, thank you all for coming out, and EMS, we definitely, you have our support for anything. Thank you.
So a little on the not so bright side of things, but not insurmountable things. So the price of chlorine has gone up approximately 5 times of what it was for a 150-pound tank. That means our cost has gone from basically $120 to $580 over the last, well, whatever, several months. There was an explosion somewhere. Another chemical plant went down. So the bad news is you're going to see a little more money going out in engineering. The good news is it's not an insurmountable problem. We're working with engineering to either use sodium chloride to change that to sodium hypochlorite, or the swimming pool chemicals basically is what we're using. So we're working on that, and you'll see some more increased engineering costs, but rest assured they're already on top of the problem, working to solve it. And with that, progress.
Cindy, again, thank you for all you do. Commissioner Pepitone, we had some good times, we had some bad times. But I do remember today that the first EMS truck took a ride through Millville. I was out in my yard, and all of a sudden I heard a siren. Remember that day? Absolutely. Stevie Alcorn was driving it, and you were sitting in it. You guys started it, we finished it. I do take pride in the fact that I worked on it all along, and I got to put my signature on it. EMS team, you guys know, I'm getting to know you all. I believe in you. I'm behind you. With our contract, it's going to help us get more people. It's going to help us keep more trucks on the road. I want to thank you guys for what you do. We're young together, but we're going to grow together. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you for those who are watching, comments and support, concerns. Thank you to our EMS. I know you are always on scene. I support our public safety so much. There's so many family and friends that I know that are out there on the streets, and I cannot thank you enough for what you do for the community. It's not an easy job. And I'm sure you don't hear it enough, but thank you. Stay safe. And thank you again for all coming out. God bless you. And have a great night, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. And can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Have a great night.